What's up everybody, Skylar Deem here, Peak Performance Coach, and today I wanted to do a review of the supplement Basis by Elysium. Let's see if you can see that. Now, I've been taking Basis for about a month and a half now, and I do want to share my experience in my review, but first let's talk about what this supplement and what this company actually is. So Elysium is a science-first brand. Their mission is to help people live healthier for longer, so they're focused on health span, not lifespan. Okay, so Elysium works directly with the world's leading scientists and clinicians, some from Harvard, some from Oxford, some from Cambridge, and they translate advances in science and technology into clinically validated health products that work. So this is their first supplement. This is called Basis. I do want to share a little bit about the science behind Basis and kind of the research that went into it. So Basis is a supplement that's based on more than 25 years of aging research. It's a daily supplement that supports cellular health by increasing and sustaining levels of NAD+ in your cells. Now, what is NAD+, right? So NAD+ is a coenzyme that's required for essential biological processes, including energy creation, DNA maintenance, and regulating your circadian rhythms. So basically, as we age, the levels of NAD+ in our body naturally decline. So what Basis does is it increases NAD+ levels in the body and supports cellular health with two different compounds. Now I want to show you, there's literally just two ingredients in Basis, which I think is so powerful, because I think a lot of supplement companies out there will I can't get that to focus. I think a lot of supplement companies out there will really, they'll throw in a bunch of stuff that you have no idea what it is, but this is just two simple compounds. Number one is nicotinamide riboside, which is a form of vitamin B3. And basically, through some research, it's been known to support anti-aging and circadian rhythm regulation. And number two is pterostilbene. Now, pterostilbene is a polyphenol which activates sirtuins. Sirtuins are critical to regulating genes that are important for aging and for responding to stress. Okay, so before I talk about my experience, I do want to talk about a little more information on Basis. So first, Basis has decades of research behind it. There's a bunch of claims, but basically the claim for Basis is that it supports your health, it increases your energy, and it helps you maintain a sleep schedule and optimize your circadian rhythm. These are all super powerful if you want to operate at a higher level, because if your circadian rhythm is regulated, you're going to get much better sleep. Your body's going to be producing the hormones that really help you have the most energy throughout the day and be at a more healthy level than if your hormones and your circadian rhythm is kind of more out of whack. So the cool thing about Basis is they back everything up with research, right? They have decades of research behind them. So what they do is actually the most powerful form of research, and that's a double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled trial. And that basically optimizes. You have placebos to make sure that it's not just the placebo effect. You have, double-blind groups, which means they don't really understand what the supplement does. They don't really know why they're taking it, so there's no mental power into that. And this entire study is done by someone else, so Basis can't kind of tweak the environment to make the results be stronger. So this is the most safe type of research that's done by Elysium that shows that Basis, the results they get are trustworthy. The results they get are actually real. So when they did this double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled trial on Basis, basically, number one, they found that Basis is completely safe for use. And the second thing that they found was while taking the recommended dose of Basis, NAD+ levels increased from baseline in whole blood by an average of 40% at 4 weeks, and maintained that increase for the duration of the trial. So NAD+ levels elevated by 40%. Now, before I get into my experience, I also want to talk about cost. So Basis has a couple of different plans that you can subscribe to get at different prices. The most popular being a 6-month subscription, and that's for $270. You can also subscribe month by month for $50, or you can buy a bottle at a time for $60. I'd recommend, if you're a skeptic, just try the one bottle for $60, and if you like it and you want to commit, then go ahead and invest in either that month-by-month payment, or you can do the 6 months at a time. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about my experience with Basis. So when I first heard about this supplement company and the actual supplement itself, I was a little skeptical, right? The idea that NAD+ levels in my body are going to increase didn't really resound with me. It wasn't something where I thought I'd see physical changes or mental changes in my body, and I was kind of skeptical as to, how this would work as a supplement. But after trying it, that completely changed for me. So the first few days, didn't really feel much, if I'm being completely honest. But after sticking to it to a couple days, there were a few things that I noticed. Number one, my sleep was crazy good. Like crazy good. And I know that because I was dreaming vividly every single night. And the stage of sleep where you dream is that deepest stage of sleep, and you have to go through a couple stages to get there. So I was waking up every single morning consistently, and I was really remembering my dreams and getting in that deep stage of sleep. And that was huge for me. That was not only awesome as a reflection of my sleep, but for anyone who's a big dreamer, you know dreams are just awesome experiences, and the more vivid they get, the more fascinating and the more exciting they can be. So that was number one. Number two, and I think what's most important, is my energy. My energy after taking basis just got clean. Like I remember having days where, I was a little sluggish, a little tired, a little not mentally focused. But when I started taking basis, it was just there. It wasn't like an energetic caffeine type of energy. It was like a clean energy of where I could just keep going. And I didn't hit that 3 o'clock slump. I didn't have times during the day where I just kind of wanted to nod off. This was crazy how it affected my energy levels. And again, it wasn't like a caffeine, it wasn't like a artificial energy, it was like a real clean energy. So that was my experience with basis, and those two things really, they matter. They're two extremely powerful things that can change the way you operate throughout the day. Because if your circadian rhythm is thrown off a little bit, if you don't have that energy throughout the day, you really can't perform at your peak, right? Because you're gonna wanna nap, you're not gonna wanna stay focused. But with basis, I was able to completely turn that around, and I could not recommend this supplement more. So if you are interested in trying basis, if you want to try the single bottle, or you want to sign up for a subscription, definitely check the link. I will put it above or below. You can click there, you can go there. I will also link to a bunch of different studies that you can look at, because there's a lot. They do a lot of research. They're done by top scientists, and they've been doing them for over 25 years. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, definitely check it out. Again, the company is Elysium. The supplement is basis. I wish the lighting would be better. There we go, a little bit. And yeah, I really recommend you give this a try. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you do decide to invest, definitely reach out to me and let me know what you think. And as always, keep killing it, and I'll talk to you soon.